Hi, welcome to Daddy Kirk's farm. This morning we had a little audience here and they were curious about silkies, so we thought we'd have a little session and just ask questions about silkies. So join us as we talk about these beautiful birds.
Why do they have 5 toes?
Well, I don't know exactly why they have 5 toes, but this particular breed has several unique features and 5 toes is one of them. They also have black skin. If you lift their wings and look under their feathers, you can see that they have black or dark purple skin, which is unique to the silkies.
Why are they different colors?
The original silkie, where all silkies came from, was white. And all silkies came from the white variety. But over time, they've been mixed with other types of chickens, and that's where the colors come from.
Oh, that's interesting. Why do they have such fluffy feathers?
The feathers are fluffy, and that's where they get their name, is the silkie, because their feathers actually are missing a certain component that holds the feathers together. So rather than being tight, nicely formed feathers like on most chickens, all the little pieces of the feathers just spread out, and it looks more like hair than feathers.
Why do they have this blue thing right here?
The blue, that's their earlobes. They have beautiful blue earlobes. It kind of looks like earrings.
Why are they, some have those little red things on them, like the one that you're holding, and some do not?
Oh, this up here, this is their comb. And the roosters have a larger comb than the hens, so it's really dominant on the roosters. And that's just again, I can't tell exactly why they have them. I just know that the roosters have a larger comb than the hens. And it's just another physical feature of the chickens. Most chickens have some kind of a comb. This is one of our whiter roosters here, and he's got a pretty comb.
Why do they have tufts on their heads?
You guys are asking a lot of interesting why questions that I can't answer exactly why they have certain things, but the tuft is their head feathers that aren't laying down because of that feather uniqueness that I was talking about earlier, where they just kind of spread out, so it puffs up on the top of their head, and it looks like a 1980s hair band, rock band. But yeah, it's just because their feathers are fluffy instead of laying flat.
Are their beaks black because they have any special qualities or whatever, but why are their beaks black?
Well, I think that's because their skin tends to be black, so their feet, their nails, and their beaks has a lot of darker colors in them, where on other chickens it would be more of a yellowish color.
Why, like this one I'm holding right here, why does the beak sometimes go as crooked?
Yeah, the crooked beaks, that could be because of maybe when it was really young and it was trying to push out of the egg, and it just, the beak twisted and never corrected. I think we have 2 right now that have a slightly twisted beak, and you're holding one of them.
Why do the roosters have little ponytails?
Little ponytails. Well, the roosters, I think you're talking about this part here. Well, it's not really a ponytail, but the roosters have more ornate feathers, longer, more interesting looking feathers, because they do, you know, a little dance to show off to the girls, and that's just part of it, those long feathers on their neck and on their tail.
What are these on their feet right here?
Those are just dirty feathers. These are one of the chicken breeds that has feathers on the feet, and when they walk around the barnyard, they get dirt and stuff on them, and it just ends up getting kind of caked up.
How can you tell which one's a rooster and which one's a chicken?
That's the hen? That's a great question. And a lot of times when they're young, we're trying to figure out whether they're a rooster or a hen. Usually the roosters will develop longer tail feathers sooner. They'll stand a little taller. Their comb will be a little thicker, and you know, until they actually start crowing, sometimes you can't know for sure. But we can usually guess pretty well just by looking at those features. Those features, as they're bigger and more dominant, most likely a rooster, because the hens have a very small comb. They usually sit shorter, and their tails don't stick up like a rooster.
Do they make good pets?
Silkies make wonderful pets because they're not real noisy. Well, the roosters can get a little noisy, but the silky hens, like these girls over here, they're small-bodied, so they don't require a lot of space. They stay pretty quiet, so they would work out in a neighborhood as long as it's, you know, within the legal realm there. But yeah, they generally like to have some attention, especially if you work with them when they're younger. So they make wonderful pets, and they give you eggs. Thank you for joining me this morning in our little circle of question and answer about silky chickens. I appreciate you being with me. Here on the farm, we have a pretty constant rotation of silkies because they tend to go broody, which means they sit on eggs. And we have some right now that are going to be hatched in about 15 days. And so hopefully we'll do another video update of those when they're small chicks. But for now, I appreciate you just hanging out with me, and we'll talk more soon.